The breaking news tonight from the Herman Cain campaign: he's having a news conference tomorrow afternoon to address the harassment allegations against him after saying he was never going to talk about it again. But that's not the only big problem for the Cain campaign. On Friday, Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington filed a complaint with the Federal Election Commission against Herman Cain's presidential campaign. Today, the Center for Media and Democracy in Madison, Wisconsin, filed a similar complaint to the Internal Revenue Service this time, concerning at least $40,000 they believe was illegally used to start the Cain presidential campaign. Joining me now, Lisa Graves, Executive Director of the Center for Media and Democracy, which filed today's complaint. Thanks for joining me tonight, Lisa.
Thanks for having us on.
Lisa, what is the tax component, the IRS component of this money that went into the Herman Cain campaign to get it started?
Well, tax law bars charities like Prosperity USA, which was founded by Mark Block last year, from spending their money to help campaigns, basically to be a bank or a credit card for a political campaign like Mr. Cain's. And so there are significant consequences. The charity could be shut down, there could be sanctions, and we've asked for both.
And this was a Koch brothers funded group, Americans for Prosperity, that seemed to put in about $40,000 to the campaign. There's also another $100,000 in here somewhere that they came up with, that they gave to a group to have Mr. Cain go and speak there. So there's a big flow of money that as we've already talked about on this show, could be in violation of the federal election law. But the IRS is the one that has the guys with the real badges that can cause you a lot of trouble if you cross their lines, right?
That's right, and we think that the IRS should take a very close look at these porous boundaries between the Herman Cain campaign, between Block's American Prosperity Network, as well as its Prosperity USA, Prosperity 101, Wisconsin Prosperity Network. You name a prosperity group, he's founded it in Wisconsin in the last couple of years. It's a little bit like whack-a-mole with a prosperity name. And the fact is that if they gave $100,000, this small group of Blocks gave $100,000 in advance of Mr. Cain's appearance there, that'd be more than the Congress on Racial Equality reported to the IRS in the year 2009 as having received. So it's a huge sum. There's a lot of money flowing back and forth. It's very murky. Who gave Block's group, Prosperity USA, a big, huge loan? How was that money spent? And why were they buying basically private jets for the Cain campaign? And why were they helping to bankroll the events of Americans' Prosperity, which Mr. Block also previously led in Wisconsin?
These would all be great questions to ask at his press conference tomorrow, but I suspect he's going to be drowned by the sexual harassment questions. But this is the bigger scandal, because this is the one that can follow him long after the campaign. The FEC is notoriously slow, but they could be asking him questions under oath long after the campaign's over, as could the IRS.
Well, the fact is that Mr. Block himself has really been orchestrating a number of these various groups, and I think that there's a lot of scrutiny that we brought to bear on what he's been doing and how these different levers through these various prosperity groups are being pushed to promote the candidate. And also the for-profit group, Prosperity 101, which had Mr. Cain on the payroll. You know, how does that relate to this group? It was basically founded by that group.
Lisa Graves with the Center for Media and Democracy. Thanks for guiding us through this. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much.